guys, welcome back. I'm your hostess with the mostest, Jaleesa, and I want to talk about all the apps and all the things. We're going to be talking about Clubhouse, Supergreat, Amazon, Newness.tv. Yeah, let's talk about it and let's waste no time. Clubhouse. I feel like I have met so many people on Clubhouse, but I want to give you all the tea and all the things. So, first of all, if you are not familiar, Clubhouse is an audio only drop in app, and it has been transformative for me, and I'm sure for a lot of other people as well. So, I'm kind of the app girl. I kind of like to take that with pride. I if there's an app, I mean not all of the apps, but I find myself to be very curious, whether it's Marco Polo during quarantine, or it's House Party, or it's whatever it is. Give me all the apps, show me all the things. I want to know, I want to learn. Now, Clubhouse came up for me at the end of October. Dion, who's an amazing casting director in New York, invited me to the app, and ever since then, I became a little obsessed. And when I say a little, I mean a lot. Um, and Clubhouse it really was a fun thing. It was a fun time. It was something that, just like it was cool. Like we're inside. It's cold in New York. You guys know I'm from Trinidad, so I don't play with that. I'm inside. I'm snuggly. I'm warm. So it was my best friend. I stayed on Clubhouse 24/7. And what happened was, as time progressed, I was able to start a club and do all the things. I was like, you know what? I'm gonna create a little space on here, and I called it the Beauty Room. And the Beauty Room kind of embodies what I try to do with all where I exist online. I want it to be a very inclusive space. And it's so funny because Dion messaged me one day and was like, she sent me a screenshot, and she's like, your club is like the biggest beauty club on the app, right? And I was just like, no, it's not. She's like, yeah, it is. And I was like, no, it's not. And she's like, yeah, it is. And I was cracking up because when we first got on the app, there was no search function to look at clubs and look at all those things. So it really wasn't what was on my mind. But I tried to like, because I worked for Mac for 5 years, maybe it's that, or maybe it's just, it's partly that and partly who I am. But the all ages, all races, all sexes type of thing really resonated with me from jump. So I invited all my friends to come in. At the time, it wasn't like a thing where anybody could have a club, and I was like, yo, you want to come chill with us? Come chill with us. You want to, yeah, like it's a vibe. um and within that time, more and more people started to come on the app, right? January, February, like explosion. But what I felt started to happen is that, and no shade to the people in corporate, but I felt like it started to become corporate Clubhouse. And I was like, damn, like, like what is going on? And I didn't want people to feel like, oh well, I'm a brand founder, I'm a this, I'm a that, so this is our conversation to have. It's like, no, it's like an entire beauty community. Obviously, like in these spaces you also have to listen and learn, but there's also stuff that the other side could listen and learn too, right? It goes hand in hand. So I wanted to shake things up. I wanted to kind of like, I think a lot about how, like, when I moved to New York, obviously it's like low key elitist, and or people who don't get invited to do certain things, or not invited to the party or the event, or they don't get invited to a podcast, whatever. And I'm just like, wait, since I've gotten here, I have met so many amazing people that have given me opportunities, has shared things with me. They may not have the most amount of followers or engagement or celebrity clients, whatever it is, but I think they're dope. I think they're amazing, and I want to bring them in. So that's what I've been doing on the podcast. If you haven't catch up on episodes, please do. And that's what I do with the beauty room. I always feel like um, the any space that you want to be in, just make sure that it feels inclusive. And you guys might think I'm crazy, right? But I think in December, I had a dream. I dreamt about Clubhouse. Yes, don't judge me. I had a dream, and in the dream, I this is so funny. So in the dream, I was hosting this trivia night show. I was like, oh, I'm gonna have this trivia night show. The trivia show was so fun. And I wake up the next morning and I told my friend, and I was like, yo, I had this dream. And she's like, you should do it. And I was like, you're right. You're right. I should try it out. But I didn't know exactly how I wanted to like position it yet, right? And shout out to Ellie and Kathy, who was like so down on my crazy ideas. I decided that I wanted to have this trivia night. And the trivia night was so fun. Obviously, I funded everything. I gave the cash prize and the gift prize and all of that. And we did it quite a few times and we didn't realize how much work it is. It's a lot of work. But we had so much fun. We did different categories, nails, makeup, skincare, like we did it all, makeup history. But what was really exciting is that we actually partnered and ended up partnering with OPI, which was all spearheaded by the Gracie J, the editorial Neil. She's an amazing manicurist and content creator in New York. And it just was like, wow, I had a random dream in December that I had trivia night, and here I am actually like doing something with a brand that I've loved for so long. So OPI was celebrating their 40th anniversary. And we did like, I designed these cute little these cute little like photos, profile photos, and we came up with like really fun questions. And it was a lot of fun. It actually got covered in Forbes and a few other online articles. And I was just like, wow, like, so, I say all of that to say is that, like, remaining curious and following through with ideas, trying something new, you just never know what it could be, and, who knows what trivia night is like. I have my vision of what I would like it to be, but like, you just never know, right? I just fully believe that curiosity is always going to take you places. It's definitely going to take you places. And I also want to, a huge shout out to NARS. I love it when brands are innovative. They don't take forever to activate in a space. And I get it, it's all business decisions. But it was cool that they came in and sorted out the voices that were prominent on the app in beauty, myself, Ian, and Michaela. And we had three different conversations that was also paired with some deliverables on a relaunch of their Pure Radiant Tinted Moisturizer, of course, a product that I already owned and loved. And it was just super cool because a brand that I've loved for so long, it took, Clubhouse to, bring that together. And I believe everything happens in its perfect timing, right? And it's just been so cool. Dina is amazing. The entire NARS team is amazing, but the way that they executed it was great. And I think a lot of brands need to take notice because sometimes it's a lot of we're not sure, but I think not just with brands. I'm not calling out brands. I'm just saying in life with brands, whoever it is. Sometimes you got to take a chance and see where things go and test things out. Um, and that's what's gonna give you, you can't have results, you can't have metrics and results without trying something. So that's that on that Clubhouse. There's so much more I can say, but I'm just like floored by the friends that I've made, not just in beauty, obviously in beauty, my beauty crew and all my people in the beauty community kickback that we do every Saturday morning on 11 a.m. EST. It's just been really nice to meet people from all over the world: Abraxas, Semhar, Dr. Miriam, Victor, in all different walks of life. Nothing to do with beauty. I think that has been incredible. And I've met so many amazing musicians like Austin and stuff too. But let's move on to the next one. If you guys have any specific questions for me on Clubhouse, you can let me know. But I think that just going on there and peeking your head in, it's a good thing. And so let's just get into the next. So I oh, I forgot to share though. I actually got into the Creator First finals. And I didn't want to forget that Janine Lobel, the founder of Stila Cosmetics, did the episode with me. It was amazing. I did not go on to the next round. But I still show up on Clubhouse as I should. And as I always did. But it's been such a humbling experience to meet so many iconic people in beauty that I just never had access to. Janine and Ron and like all our friends. This is Ron, this is Jaleesa. Like, it's been a great time. And of course, I have to talk about my Creator First pilot. I was one of the finalists, and I spoke with the amazing Janine Lobel. I think that's the beauty of Clubhouse. It's an equalizer where anyone of any walk of life can, meet these amazing brand founders, these amazing people, and just talk and get to know them on a different level. Janine was so kind to have me interview her live on the app, and it was an amazing conversation. But let's move on to the next. Now, you guys know I absolutely love Supergreat. Supergreat is an app that I've been using for a really, really long time. So around 2018, 2019, I actually met Savannah pre-COVID at a Wanda Beauty event. And they interviewed me. We spoke about my work on Tarana Burke and all these people and all the things. And I started using the app because I just loved the team, fell in love with everything about the app, and I started using it quite regularly. And essentially what Supergreat is that you review a product. When people look at your video, you get views. Those rack up into coins, and then with those coins you can quote unquote buy product, where pretty much you redeem product with those coins for absolutely free, no shipping, no nothing. An amazing concept, right? And of course for brands, think UGC and all those things. And I've introduced quite a few brands actually to the app, but I've been using Supergreat for some time now. And I've met a lot of friends on there. So right now, I actually have a live show on there. It's called Beauty Besties. And it's so crazy because I would have never thought that I would have a live show on there, right? And I'm learning a lot about live shopping. The last one that I did was with Innisfree. Actually, I had a conversation with the clubhouse team, Tyler, Savannah, and Eliza, and then Scooter Boron showed up because he invested in the app as well and is super involved. So that was pretty cool. But it's so great to see these brands and these apps, transform and change what the beauty community looks like and what it feels like. It's way more inclusive. It's not, just like, oh, it's the influencer. No, it went back to community, and I think Supergreat has a huge part to play in that. So my show is called Beauty Besties. It happens on actually on Wednesdays as well. So full days on Wednesdays. Only for maybe like a month or so again, but a month or two actually. What I love about Supergreat is that you can literally exist on this app if you're, kind of scared to get into content creation and you want to kind of just show, some product, you want to test things out, you want to like meet people, like have a tribe. I love Supergreat for that. So if you haven't been on there, I'll leave in the show notes. You can get free coins if you use my code. I don't get any like monetary anything, but you can get free coins, and that can equate to trying your a new product. I have been introduced to Tower 28, Kosas, In Beauty Project, Lolly Beauty. Like I've met some amazing indie brands that has grown to powerhouse brands now on Supergreat. So I don't want you to sleep anymore. So yeah, also my inbox is open if you guys want to message me at The Life of a Makeup Artist and you have any questions, or even at my personal at Jaleesa Jaikaran if you have any questions about these apps. And the next one actually I'm gonna take right into newness.tv. Now Newness is really spearheading what's happening in China with live streaming apps. A lot is going on also on Amazon Live. If you haven't been on there, it literally looks just like YouTube. It's kind of insane. And I've been on that one since last year, early during quarantine, or very early quarantine days. Haven't been on there as much, and I'm going to be more so on Newness. I have like my whole list of things that I'm going to be doing because I've been enjoying going live more, even on Instagram. But essentially, Newness is Twitch for beauty. And the owners, Jenny Kwan, and they were former employees of Twitch. And of course, I also had a conversation on Clubhouse with them, and it was amazing. But if you guys want to know more about Newness, hopefully, when I have Daniel on the podcast, Daniel Martin, who I met on Clubhouse, he's really instrumental in what's happening on Newness and the launch of like the products from Tatcha, and Rare Beauty and all these things. Like he's amazing, and he has a series on there called edition with Daniel that I really enjoy. But I would love, when I have him on, I'll have him talk more about newness. But I wanted to talk about all these things because there are options. There's always options for us as creators, as makeup artists, or whoever, to kind of like see what else is out there. You don't have to be on all the things, but it's good to know what's going on. Like Elf just launched a Twitch channel, which is kind of crazy, right? And then also Bobby Brown and Sephora activated with Facebook Live shopping. So it's something that we're going to be seeing a lot of. And what I like about newness is that, a lot of people do different things. It's like, let's talk about mental health, let's do an unboxing. There's so many conversations that is just a little bit different from what we see on our main channels. I'm experimenting. I'm testing different things. I'm seeing how they go. I think it's important to be really integrated into the community that you're part of, and that is for me the beauty community, and what it means to be part of this community, to learn, to listen, but also to share. I'm really excited for our upcoming guests. We have the Harry Josh. She's an amazing hairstylist, and besides that, he is an amazing person. I'm just like floored by who he is. And then we also have Amy of Skin Fix, Maria of Rhode Isle. Of course, as I mentioned, we're gonna see Daniel Martin on the podcast as well. He's such an icon, and the fact that I get to talk to him, and it's just been it's been amazing. What Clubhouse has done for the beauty community in general. We've seen so many people pop up: Ron and Christina Jouet and Katie Welch of Rare Beauty. It's really like a true community. And I think that's what you can find in all of these apps, regardless if you choose one of them or all of them. Of course, I'm going to be continuing to use them, come and tell you guys what I think, if what's the real tea. Like, that's what I'm here for. But I'm really excited. And I just want to say thank you so much for being here with me, for listening to this episode. Don't forget, if you are enjoying these episodes and our past episodes, it'll mean the world if you can leave a review, and share a few words on why you think you love this podcast. So I'll talk to you guys in the next one. Bye, guys.